wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Missouri Tigers and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
NC State's head coach told me before the game, don't be surprised if they focus heavily on the run game here to start this first quarter. They know their running back, who has meant so much to this program, has been beloved by these fans, has a chance to break the single-season rushing record. They want to do it early and make sure there is juice here in this stadium. I expect them to give him the rock. I'll keep you posted on to the vibe here on the sideline early in this ballgame. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Missouri about to kick off. They'll lift the lid on this one. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Left side is Scott. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the run, it's Scott. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Let's talk for a second about NC State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Scott. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Scott. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. He's loose. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
So great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sells the run, looking to pass. Still looking to his right. At the 35, he's loose. Turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Coleman. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Rides to the back. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Buying a little time to his left. He'll try to do it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Taylor wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. Signaling in, complete. He was out of bounds.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Quick give. It's Scott. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Left side is Acker. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter.
NC State, 7, Missouri, 0.
So first down here as they go back to work. On the direct snap, it's Scott. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Just feeds the running back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still. It's a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Got it. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Scott. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
A lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Back's got it on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Scott. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They give it back to him. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Under pressure. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Out wide left, it's Hoffman. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
2nd and long here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, and now you got a 4th down situation.
Needs it here on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Left side is Scott. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Extending the play. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 13 team, the Baylor Bears.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff
makes the grab in their space.
And it's South Carolina in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Keep it on the ground. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Burrowing for yardage. There he goes. inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Missouri!
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's key. Off to the races. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Fights off a defender. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and now 18 on the season. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Taylor wants to throw. Finds his target. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Missouri wants to go fast.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. Throwing on the run. Makes a grab in the open. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Fresh center down's going to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Coleman. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. This time they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's third and goal. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Tigers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Scott. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the snap, it's Scott. Brought down.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. Turning it on. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Sends it back in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Turner. At midfield, he's got room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He'll pull it down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. That's caught. It's Hoffman. Picked up 8 yards there. Third down and 2. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms, and decision time for this offense. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking for the marker. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And, man, when I was in school, man, you didn't really work on 4th down. Like, 3rd down was a big priority. Nowadays, so many people going for it. This is the 2nd time they've gone for it already. First time they were successful, but defense prepared, ready to rock and roll. They make the play, and they get the turnover.
Rush is on. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense in a bunch formation. has to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Long way to go on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Out wide right, it's Mendez.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, pressure's coming. Going to try to get it himself. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He'll set up to throw. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a 3rd and 1.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions. The offense will take